Story: Juna and Ali's Magic Bus. Once upon a time, there were two little brothers, Juna and Ali. One bright morning, they woke up extra excited because their dad had promised them a special trip. Dad smiled and said, "Today, we're going on a magic bus ride." Juna's eyes grew wide. Magic bus? Really, Dad? What's so magical about it? Dad laughed and whispered, "You'll see when we sit inside." The magic bus ride. Soon, they reached the bus stop. There, standing in front of them, was the most colorful bus they had ever seen. Its windows sparkled with blue, green, and yellow lights. On the door was written, "The Happy Magic Ride." As soon as they stepped inside, the bus began to glow. The seats felt as soft as clouds. Stars twinkled on the ceiling, and bright butterflies danced on the walls. Ali gasped, "Wow, this looks like something from a fairy tale." The bus driver was not an ordinary person, it was a big, friendly bear wearing a funny cap. He waved and said, "Welcome aboard, kids. Hold on tight, because we're about to fly." First stop, the Rainbow Valley. The bus didn't roll on the road, it floated up into the sky. From the window, the children could see fluffy clouds, birds flying, and the tiny city below them. The first stop was a magical place called the Rainbow Valley. In the valley, there were giant rainbow-colored flowers. Each flower glowed in a different color. Ali picked a blue flower, and suddenly little bubbles popped out of it, floating and laughing in the air. Juna touched a red flower, and it started to sing. "La la la, be happy, everyone." Dad chuckled and said, "This valley gives joy only to those with kind hearts." Second stop, the Candy Forest. The bus moved on and stopped in a forest, but this wasn't any ordinary forest. The trees had candy leaves. The branches were made of chocolate. The ground was covered with soft sponge cake. Ali grabbed a lollipop from a branch, while Juna pulled off a piece of chocolate stick. They giggled with delight. Suddenly, a tiny squirrel popped out and squeaked, "Careful, don't eat too much, or your tummy will hurt." The brothers nodded and promised to eat just a little. Dad smiled and said, "See, kids, everything is fun if you enjoy it in the right amount." Third stop, the Singing Lake. Next, the bus stopped by a sparkling blue lake. But this was not an ordinary lake, it could sing. When Juna touched the water, the lake sang.